I'm cutting right to the chase. It's either no side's a terrorist or both sides are terrorists. Both have equal merits of being terrorists. Israel is deliberately targeting the tallest buildings in Gaza to strike terror in the civilian population. The Gazan militants are deliberately firing missiles which they know will not hit any military targets. Yes, an Israeli soldier was killed, but I'm pretty sure that was by an anti-tank round. So, why do they fight? Well, if you ask Gaza, it's because of the storming of a mosque. If you ask Israel, it's because of no reason. The Gazans just all of a sudden just started attacking Israel. No reason whatsoever. Yep. So I think you know who has more merit. The Gazans gave Israel a warning. They're like, stop your bullying of our religious minority in Israel, or else we'll fire missiles at you. Israel declined and decided to hit twice as hard back then. And we've got a whole bunch of tit for tat ever since. So, you may be wondering, why should you side with Gazan terrorists over Israeli terrorists? Well, you shouldn't. Both sides are bad, and if you ask me, none of the sides deserve a stake. The Gazans are basically just militants, not good at running countries. Yeah, don't let them in. And Israel has all the incentives of persecuting the majority. You got the Jews who have a reputation of being rich, and whether that's warranted or not, well, it's probably warranted, same as something. They just tend to be richer, and it's filled with Zionists, is what Israel is. It's not filled with Jews, it's filled with Zionists. And also, if you criticize Israel, it's not anti-Semitism. If you Palestine, anti-Semitic is, I'm pretty sure, refers to a language group or whatever, and it includes the people who speak Hebrew, aka the Jews, and the Arabs. So, but everyone in the Holy Land, think of them as Semites or whatever. So, you look at certain conservative, they call people who are against Israel anti-Semites, which is just incorrect. By their very own definition, they are anti-Semites. Yeah. So who do I think should win? I reckon crusade. Yes, I'm calling for a crusade. Capture the Holy Land. What do you do once you capture the Holy Land? Well, you could make crusader states like you normally do. That's probably most likely. Or you could create a separate entity where it is controlled, like a certain amount of seats go to the Jews, certain amount of seats go to the Muslims, Christians, that sort of thing, and a whole bunch of different things. So that way, no one, and I mean no one, can just start kicking out a minority group, because that is not right. Because the Holy Land has been lived in for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and you get the point. I mean, Judaism, or whatever it's called, was recognized as an ancient religion by the Romans. That's how old it is. And let's not forget, they all worship the same God. So, yeah. Don't side with Israel. Don't side with the militants. Just hope and pray that no one more gets killed. Although that won't happen. So that has been all. Don't forget to leave what you think in the comments. I'd like just to add on the end that an Israeli military guy was saying that this is hilarious, that they don't care about the civilians and they could easily just build their own Iron Dome. Yes, the poor Gazans should have the technological superiority to build an Iron Dome. That is honestly hilarious. And, well, that is a sign that they know who they're talking to, because to different media outlets, they're saying different things to cater to the audience of those media outlets. So that is all. I'd just like to add on the end that it may seem like Israel's targeting Muslims, but that's simply not the point. That's only what they're doing currently. Of course, they would give Christians more leniency, but that has more to do with the power of America and not necessarily because they think Christians are better than Muslims. I won't talk for Israel since they don't have a clear policy on this. Well, that I can find. But yeah, this is not Israel. If they win completely and if they get powerful enough, they will turn their backs on Christianity. Treat Christians just as badly as they treat the Muslims. Remember, around 12% of Palestinians are Christians, so this is not a Muslim Zionist conflict. That is all.